Hey guys, welcome back for another vlog for Mental Health Mondays. And I know this is a little late, but I wanted to just talk a little bit about the trending topic, which unfortunately is the death of legendary NBA player Kobe Bryant, and of course his daughter and the other passengers that were on there who lost their life. But specifically Kobe Bryant, right? So let's think about him. When I was on Facebook when it first happened, I'm gonna say a couple days later, I kept seeing comments or posts from men and some other women, and they were saying things like, "Why are y'all talking about them feeling bad or expressing their feelings or crying because Kobe died? Let them talk about how they feel." I know it's just in your mind, it's just a player, a basketball player, but, they really care about them. Why y'all talking about them? And I thought about that for a second, and I just realized, it's so sad that had to even be spoken or stated. Why aren't we, or men, particularly black men, why aren't they allowed to be sad and to express emotion and feelings, especially over death? Now, if you think about, if you listen to most black men, they'll tell you they've lost friends from shootouts or some type of gun violence. I'm pretty sure most would say they've had that experience. Unfortunately, a family member, a friend, someone they know, somebody that they knows has experienced death by gun violence. And if you look at them, most of the time, they're just kind of, from childhood, they're taught to just suck it up and just go on. We're taught to suck it up and, take your 3 days of bereavement at your job and just come back to work after those 3 days and move on. So, from a psychological standpoint, a lot of them, yes, they may grieve and cry over, let's say, Nipsey Hussle, who died last year from gun violence, or, of course, Kobe Bryant, who died in a very tragic way. It may come out and seem as though, okay, they're crying about them, but underneath all of that really is unresolved grief from every friend they've lost. The loss of not having a father or mother in their lives. A loss of dreams and goals that were never fulfilled for whatever reason. A loss of just anything they've ever experienced that wasn't really expressed and they held on to, and that they were told to just suck it up and move on, or was taught to them from a very early age, so they didn't even know that there was another option available. That's what comes out. And so it may seem as though they're crying about some basketball player or some rapper, but in all actuality, it's just all flowing out. And I can speak to that. I have, even as a therapist, grief and loss and all that, it's just not my thing. But I noticed that in random situations, I would just cry. And I'm like, why? I had to figure that out. Why am I crying over these things? And I didn't even cry at this person's funeral, or when this person left, or when this failed. I didn't even cry, but certain situations trigger those things and they come out. So they're not just crying because some football player or basketball player or rapper died. They're crying because all this stuff has been packed away for so long. And this was just the thing that triggered that release. So stop telling somebody not to cry, not to feel pain, not to let it out. We don't have the right to do that to each other. Encourage it. Encourage it until it becomes normal for a person to express how they feel. Particularly men. Particularly black men. We have the right, they have the right to feel how they feel. Let it out. Let it go. Release it. And if people laugh at you and joke about you posting feeling sad and hurt about your favorite player dying, You need to go ahead and start blocking and deleting those people because they're childish. They don't even deserve your time or your energy. Start blocking and deleting. Let's do better. 2020. Alright guys, that was my trending topic of the week, and I will see you guys next Monday for Mental Health Mondays.